Good morning, and welcome to another Morning Mindset. My name is Michelle Dale. We are coming to you today here from virtual co-working space where we help virtual assistants level up in their business, lifestyle, and mindset. Today is very interesting. We are doing our theme this week on preparing yourself for success and making sure that you prepare for success. We talked yesterday about planning and how that's crucial. The planning itself isn't necessarily crucial. It's the act of planning. It's the act of saying, I'm planning for this business. I'm planning for this success. So that's the first thing. And then the second thing that we're going to talk about today is systems. Before we do this, I just wanted to throw in something on a personal note here, which is very interesting. I sustained an eye injury yesterday. And I have no vision right now in one of my eyes. It's very, very interesting. And that's not something I definitely would manifest. I do manifest on a daily basis that I'm healthy and feeling good constantly. So I wasn't quite sure about why I sustained this eye injury. And it's led to today me doing something which I have literally been putting off for months. Just because I've made every excuse. I'm too busy, I've got too much work, I've got too many things going on, this, that, and the other. So I've been advised to not spend too much time on the computer and to rest my eye. So that's what I'm going to do this afternoon. But it's so interesting how this thing had been really on my mind, and more so recently, and it involved another person, and I kept thinking about the other person. Sorry, my eye really hurts. I kept thinking about the other person a lot and how I've really got to do that, I've really got to do that, I've really got to do that. And it got more and more intense. And then this injury happened, and the first thing I thought to myself was, I'll do that. So we're talking about the being. I must have stepped into the version of being that manifested this event that needed to take place. It just happened to be me being with an eye injury. Very, very interesting. Hopefully my vision will come back. I don't think it's permanent. That would be shocking, but yes. So there we go. So it's interesting how things turn out that lead you into other things. So setting that aside, we're going to talk about preparing yourself for success today, and we're going to talk about systems. So with the systems, a lot of people think, I will get the systems after I get my first client. And that does not mean to say that you can't start signing up for trials, asking about what other systems people use in their VA business. Obviously, we have the full level 3 on operations inside OneSourcing, which goes through all the systems, tells you what to do, tells you what to sign up for. Most of those systems inside there have free trials or free full accounts that you don't even need to pay for until you have got the client. But this mentality that I will look into something after I get the client is not the preparing for success mentality. So do as much as you can now in terms of setting up the systems, in terms of researching what you're going to need. If you're inside OneSourcing, you'll know from our concept level that we talk very specifically about what systems you're going to use in your services and in your concept. So this kind of led back to many years ago when I was providing services and not roles, and I would, for example, provide email management as a service. And then you've got some clients coming in and they've got Microsoft Office and Google email and some other email and this email and things like that, and then support desks. And it never occurred to me back then that I have to streamline this into just the email systems that I want to use and only attract the clients that I want, that they want to use those systems. So it really is important. It is all about the preparation for success. When you decide up front, these are the systems that I work in, this is the purpose of these systems in my active, successful business. Not sitting there saying to yourself, well, I don't have a client now, so I don't need any systems, or I don't, I'm not actively doing anything right now, so why would I need that? No. Preparing is about deciding there's a client about to come in imminently, and I need to get ready for that client because that client is already there. It's about bringing that client into your awareness. So all the clients that you're ever going to need in the entire lifetime of your business already exist. They're already out there. Then what you do through the preparation process, by preparing for them, like we talked about yesterday, the digging the ditches, by preparing for them, you're going to then bring those clients into your awareness. If you are not prepared for them and ready for them, welcome Alison, then you will not be doing that. So the most important thing that you can do, like we talked about yesterday with the digging the ditches, is to prepare. Prepare and then it will come. So if you are in this mindset or this mentality of I will do that when, then you are not sitting in the mindset and the mentality of somebody who already has it, who's somebody who already is successful. And as we've talked about many times in Morning Mindset, you have to step into that successful person in order to achieve that success that that person has. So preparing for this success is key. Making sure you've got the right systems, because if you don't have the right systems, sometimes again, our subconscious mind may be preventing clients coming in because we feel nervous, because we don't know how we're going to onboard them. We're not sure what processes we're going to have. All of this is covered in level 3 of one sourcing, by the way. So none of that has to be an issue. If you take, like we talked about yesterday, take a training course, find a mentor, find somebody who's already done it. It's the doing stuff that is the most easy part, but we tend to put the most kind of like, oh, I've got to learn how to do everything. I've got to do. And it's not the case. You pick one course of action, you can choose that and do that. The most important thing is who you're being while you're doing it. So just sit there today in this thing of, am I fully prepared with my systems? If I had a client walk into my business today, would I have the place where I can do the consultation for them? Do I have the booking calendar for them even to make the appointment? Do I have, as soon as I've secured them, can I send them an invoice? As soon as I've done this, can I send them a contract? Is it all ready? Is my non-disclosure agreement ready? Is my fine print ready? Is my client area in the back end ready? Is my onboarding process ready for this client? Now, if none of that is ready, you are sending a signal out to the universe that you are not ready for a client, that you are simply not prepared for that client. So it's very, very important. Get your systems and your processes in place. If you want to know exactly what those are and you want it super easy and super simple, go to my website, click on One Sourcing in the menu. One Sourcing Level 3 Operations is where it's at. If you want to do the planning and get the guidelines in place, Level 1 and Level 2 cover that. So we've covered 3 levels of everything that you need to do in these 2 days, right? So systems, super important. Prepare, get everything ready. Sign up for your systems, start learning how to use them, even simulate a client. Like, oh, I have a client today. Do this exercise. I've had an email and it's a potential client, and let's say you play out that entire process in your imagination. You send them the booking form to the calendar. They book an appointment. You meet up in your online meeting room or your software. You do the appointment. It goes fantastic. The client's super eager to get started. Says, send me an invoice today. I really want to start working now. So you've got your invoicing system. You send your invoice. You send your contract. You've got your onboarding. You've got your welcome emails. You've got everything done. Simply joining level 3 of One Sourcing will put you in that state of mind, because you will know everything is there and it's ready. Now I just have to look and pick and choose how I'm going to put this together in my business. But it's done. So systems are super important. So in the efforts to prepare your business for success, make sure that you have all your systems in place for preparing for the kind of level of success that you're looking for. Sure, you're going to expect to have the first client and the next client and the next client, but prepare as if you've got a full practice right now. Do that and you cannot go wrong. Okay, so that is today's morning mindset. I really do hope my vision comes back tomorrow or the day after. I'm not sure what's going to happen. Alison said we could do that trial customer for each other. Yeah, absolutely. Like you could reach out to someone in the community or reach out in someone in the group and say, like, who wants to be my trial customer, to do that feedback process. That would be absolutely perfect. There's obviously inside one sourcing level 3 operations. There's the full onboarding process. There's the full scripts, the templates, the systems. Everything is set up, even down to the website and the back end area of the website. The whole client area is literally done for you. So if you had something like that in place, then you can start testing it out on a client. And the nice thing is, if you do that in a simulation or a trial customer and you do it from somebody who's really looking, for, is this going right? How do I feel about this? And able to feed back to you, it's going to give you so much more confidence when you really start putting yourself out there and really wanting to grow your client base. Because sometimes things happen quick and we lose our way and we get a little bit frustrated, a little bit rabbit in the headlights, a little bit overwhelmed, and that can definitely stunt the growth of the business when we're in that state of overwhelm and not sure what to do, frustration, that type of thing. So prepare for everything, plan it, and then get your systems in place, because that is the next part of preparing for your success as a virtual assistant. So thank you so much, ladies, for being here. We are going to jump into daily accountability. Make sure your journals are at the ready as we do this every day. It's non-negotiable. So let's get started with our accountability section, and I shall see you back here tomorrow morning where we can start preparing the next part of your business for success. Okay, we're going to get right through to the end of the business here this week. Okay, so look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow, and in the meantime, enjoy daily accountability and have a wonderful day ahead. Before we begin, don't forget you can join me live online inside Virtual Co-working Space at www.virtualmissfriday.com/VCS. If you enjoy this session, give it a like. I'd love to hear from you, so write me a comment. And so you don't miss any updates, don't forget to subscribe. Let's begin. So now we're going to look for the positive with our gratitude. First, we'll spend 1 minute thinking of the day before, thinking of all the things that happened, reflecting on work, interactions, relationships, memorable moments, and more. Now you'll write one thing down minimum that you're grateful for. You can, of course, write down more. Something good, something that went right, a small moment or a big win. The more you search for things to be grateful for, the more you will experience things to be grateful for. Now we're going to read out your goal. Make sure your goal is written down in a journal or somewhere you can easily access it. Read your goal now, ideally out loud, and commit to this goal. Believe it will happen. And by reading this daily, the universe knows clearly what your goal is, and the things begin to shift in the direction of your goal. Follow your instincts when this happens by taking action.
Now you need to see your goal in visualization. Spend this minute thinking about the goal in your mind. See yourself taking steps towards the goal, or even better still, see yourself having already achieved the goal. Close your eyes and go there. Step into the feeling, step into the place, step into the accomplishment. And finally, it's time for your most important task. Set this task for today and make it relating to your goal. This could be something small like sending an email, recording a video, or making a phone call, or it could be bigger. Either way, one task a day is one step forward, and those steps will add up. Do what you can from where you are now. Set the intention, and the action will carry you towards your goal. Well done you for completing your daily co-create session. Have a fantastic day ahead, and I'll see you next time.